Okay, now we're looking at some problem solving and we'll introduce you to some more strategies, how to look at problems, especially word problems. So we'll start with this one. Perez needs 2/3 kilograms of flour to make donuts. There's information here, and all we're going to do is draw what we understand. So 2/3 kilograms of flour to make, how do we draw 2/3 kilograms of flour? That would be the first question. So imagine a kilogram of flour would be this much. That's 1 kilogram of flour. So if you know what a 1 kilogram looks like, then you can think of splitting it into 3 equal parts and showing 2 of those parts. So that's 1 whole kilogram. If you split it into 3 equal parts and then show 2 of these parts, that's what we're talking about. So this is 2/3 of this entire kilogram. It's also 40 donuts. So this is what's used to make 40 donuts. Well, let's just simplify this a little more. And that's something where your thinking gets extended. 2/3 is 40. So how much would 1/3 be? Just this much. Well, 1/3 would obviously be half of that, so it'll be 20. So we've got that bit of information right there. Now let's look at the next bit of information. Here we use the information to come to a certain conclusion. But here we look at the second piece and it says his wife bought him 5/6 kilograms of flour. So now we know what he needs, but we also know what his wife bought him. 5/6 kilograms. So this is 1 whole kilogram. Let's split it into 6 equal parts like this. But before we go any further, let's bring it down to just one part. This is 1/3. But this is also 2/6 because each one of these are sixths. So we can write this as 2/6. Now 2/6 make 20 donuts, which means 1/6 will make how much? 10 donuts. There you go. Now that we know that 1/6 make 10 donuts, and his wife bought him 5/6 kilograms of flour, so that means 5/6 is from here to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means, which means 5 times 10, which is 50 donuts. So with 5/6 kilograms of flour, he can make 50 donuts. So you can think this through by using the information and drawing it out and showing what you understood to yourself. Do it for yourself. So okay, I understand what's happening here. Okay, let me draw this out. What does that mean? And it'll guide you, and before you know it, you just walk into the answer. You can also use just math, simple math. How do we do this using simple math? Well, we can use a grid where you've got flour and donuts. You've got two things, flour and donuts. Now let's put in the information. He needs 2/3 kilogram of flour to make 40 donuts. So let's put 2/3 kilograms here, and 40 donuts is what we get from 2/3. So we put it in a line so that we know this relates to that. Okay, now 2/3 also means 4/6 kilogram. So it's easy to think in terms of 4/6 because his wife bought him 5/6. So if we convert this to 4/6, which is 40, then we know 1/6 would be how much? 4 parts are 40, so 1 part out of 6 would be 40 divided by 4, which is 10. So if 1/6 is 10, then wife bought him 5/6, so 5/6 will be how many? Now that's pretty simple. 5 times 10. So how many donuts can he make? Well, he can make 50 donuts. So you can work it through like this. You're just using numbers and no drawings. It makes sense. 4/6. Let's go back and revisit it. 4/6 kilograms is how much? Out of 6 parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 4/6 kilogram. That's what you found. And these 4/6 is 40 donuts. So 1/6 would be obviously 10. And so 1/6 is 10. Then 5/6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would be 5 times 10, and so that's your answer, 50. Let's look at this problem. A gas tank was 3/8 full. So imagine a tank, a kind of a rectangular box, just like before, and it's filled up to 3/8. That means if this is the full tank, we break it into how many equal parts? 8 equal parts, very good. And we show 3 of them to be full, like that. Okay, we've done that, and that is full. Now, Ramos filled the tank with 20 liters of gas. That means he now pours in 20 liters more of gas. How do we show that? Let's show a tank, the same tank. Imagine he's going to fill it with 20 liters of gas. The tank is now 3/4 full. So when he adds 20 liters more to this, the tank is 3/4 full. So it's covered all the way to here. You break it into 4 parts and show 3/4. So first it was 3/8 full, and now it's 3/4 full after he put in 20 liters. If you want to know how much gas the tank can hold, this difference from here to here must be 20 liters, the bit that he added. And notice, that is actually equal to, what fraction is this of this whole gas tank? 3/8, that's right. So we can say that 3/8 of the tank is the same as 20 liters. It is equal to 20 liters. So if you know 3/8 is 20 liters, you can work out what 1/8 is divided by 3, and you get 20/3. And so if you know what 1/8 is, then the entire tank is 8/8. So multiply that by 8, and you'll get 160/3 divided by 3, and your answer comes to 53 liters. That's how much gas the tank can hold. So that's one way of doing it. Here's another way of doing it. Imagine the gas tank is 3/8 full, so that's 3/8 of the tank. So that we write it here, and then Ramos filled the tank with 20 liters of gas. So he brings in another 20 liters of gas, fills it on top. So now the whole tank is from here to here, filled with gas. So we add 20 liters right there. And now this whole tank is 3/4 full from here to here. Let's show that on the side. The tank is now 3/4 full. So if we show you the whole gas tank and break it into 4 equal parts, then 3/4 of those parts is full. So that means this and this, do you see that? It's the same. 3/8 of the tank plus 20 liters must be equal to 3/4 of the tank. So now that you know that, we can see that this is a difference here. If you look at the difference between 3/4 and 3/8, 3/4 is from here to here, and 3/8 is from here to here. And the difference between 3/4 and 3/8, isn't that 20? And that's what we're trying to show you. 3/8 of the tank, 3/4 of the tank. If you look at the difference, you find that it's 20. And how do you find the difference? You take 3/4 of the tank, which is the larger amount. From that, you take away 3/8 of the tank. And you can change this into eighths because 3/4 is the same as 6/8. So why not switch it around? Now, from 6/8, if you take away 3/8, you're bound to get 3/8, which means 3/8 of the tank is 20 liters. That's what we found the last time when we drew it. 3/8 of the tank is 20 liters. So how much is the tank? Well, we know this is multiply. So you divide 20 divided by 3/8 is, flip it over and multiply, and we get 8 times 20, which is 160/3. So if you divide 160 by 3, you will get 53 1/3 liter. So that's how we look at a problem and solve it. And it's not difficult, because once you've thought it out, once you know what to look for, you develop that scent like a hunter. You say, okay, and the best way to do it is put it out there. Whatever you've seen and understood, draw it. Once you've drawn it, it'll guide you to the answer. So that's the first exercise that you've done in this. We'll do a few more so that you start to get used to the idea of drawing word problems and then extracting the solution, because you can see it's guiding you. It'll help you see further ahead. Take care, have a great day, and do go over these problems on your own without looking at how they've been worked out. Try to work it out yourself. Take care, have a great day, and bye-bye.